Aloha, Cam. Hawaii doesn't have a football league, and the Pro Bowl is really important there. What inspires you?
Hawaii is a very interesting city and state, and just so much support when you go there. It's ridiculous. And for it to be so far, and people don't realize, from Charlotte, it's a 5 to 6 hour flight to LA, and then another 5 to 6 hours to Honolulu, and just the support. Just puts in the reason in how big of a sport football is in this nation, and everybody's pretty much aware of who's who. You get opportunities to go spend time with the veterans that will be there, and we practice. They practice on a naval base, and it's pretty cool to see the fan support. And for me, it's always a pinch me moment. When you're miles and miles away from wherever you grew up at, and people have your jersey on, they mimic your actions, from your celebrations to the things that you wear, and it just puts a lot of respect into honoring what you do. Past couple of years, and they're a good team. We understand that they got great talent on their team. They're coached extremely well, and so are we. It's going to tell a lot about our team moving forward. We played them earlier in the year, but I believe on both sides of the ball, we're a different team, and so are they. They're a different team as well.
I know you don't watch a lot of football, but you've been able to see what Russell's done in the second half of the season.
I've heard about it. He's been firing hot, but I always say it about opposing offensive players. I don't get to prepare for those guys. I'm pretty sure that Coach McDermott would have a plan for those guys.
The fact that you guys spread the ball around so much, Seattle's defense usually just focuses on one guy. That helps you, but how?
Well, the moment hasn't been too big for anybody on our team. Teddy can probably have 7 or 8 catches just as well as Philly or Fun or Jericho, and he's probably been as consistent as anybody in this league with how Greg Olsen's been playing. So it just dictated on how the game plays out. We have a plan going into it, and everybody pretty much knows what their responsibility is. No one knows, okay, this game is going to be Ted's game. We just play it out from first quarter to the last. And when you look at the stats at the end of the game, it's no surprise to anybody.
We need to look around and see kind of everybody back together, Ted back, Jonathan Stewart back on the practice field.
It's good. It's good. It felt right. We had a great practice this week. This is our second practice, though. We've been having great practices up until this point. Teddy's looking fast. Jonathan's looking strong, and that's what you want to see.
When you say playoff football is different, how do you have to temper that with just maintaining your focus and treating this like it's just the next game?
Well, it's when I say different, I mean so much emotion goes into it. I remember when I first came into this league, and the vets were kind of describing the different volumes or effort of football. You're saying like preseason is just like exhibition. The first part of the season, everybody's pretty much excited to be there. The mid part of the season, if you're gonna be good or not, and everybody's pretty much panning out, if they care or not. The latter part of the season, if you're a sorry team or you're a good team. So, and playoff is amped up even more. And I've been lucky for this to be my numerous game and playing in the playoff, but my record is not what I want it to be. So for us, we're excited for the opportunity that we do have. We've been feeling extremely confident in each and every game we've played, and this game is nothing different.
Cam, do you have more comfort with Seattle coming here and playing here versus earlier in the season when you went there?
I think that's an obvious question. But yes, we do feel very good about us and our chances playing in front of our fans in Bank of America. That's kind of been our edge up until this point. And for us, we can't take that for granted or make that not be our edge, because it is. Third downs on the defense on the field, you can't even hear what anybody's saying, and that's a good thing. And for us, you know, I feel like I got enough crowd control to know that, you know, if we're inside the 5-yard line, you know, they're not as turned up as they usually are.
Did you talk to Funchess at all this week? You said you heard from some of the veterans when you first started, and you talked to him being a rookie and having a really potentially big role in this game.
No, not necessarily. And he knows, you know, he knows, and he's been a sponge up until this point with kind of, you know, sitting back and seeing how different people prepare, you know, how different people, you know, go about, you know, getting ready for the games, and, you know, what to do in games. You know, you kind of see, I was teasing him the other day, you know, he's getting that little swag, you know, when he's playing, he's getting that confidence. And you can see it, you know, when he gets first down, he started pointing or doing this, that, and the third. And you didn't see that early on when he was playing. And that's just the transformation of what team we've kind of turned out to be. Like I say, the Funches that you see here is not the Funches that was there, you know, when we played Seattle.
The first time in New Jersey and you're not here today, you know anything about last week? The soccer jersey you got today?
I wasn't paying attention. I've seen it, I didn't.
Do you know anything about English soccer? Do you know anything about English soccer?
Man, my focus has been on one thing and one thing only. You know, no disrespect to any other club, but I got my hands full with this one.
Your
Hello,
first
hi,
playoff
Tim.
game was San Francisco in a similar situation 2 years ago. How different are you guys then and now? And obviously, you may reference the fact that you got more playoff experience.
Different teams, obviously. Different players, different mentality. I think that's pretty much it. You know, we got so many guys that's on this team, that was still on that team, and we've seen so much and understand that, you know, the preparation going into it, we can't make the most out of it. You know, we know this is a playoff game, and it may be different, but yet at the end of the day, it's still a football game. We got to be loose. We have to, you know, play with confidence and do every single thing that we've done to get us to this point. We'll be all right.
Carolina isn't focused, you know, isn't focused, but with the bye week, a couple of days, have you had any attitude to kind of reflect on being a new father and that process, like what that's meant to you?
Yeah. It's been cool. I was teasing my mom the other day. It hit me. You know, seeing him come into this world is one thing, but I had to go somewhere. And I remember opening up my truck and seeing a car seat in the back. And it was something small, but it was like, damn. Like, I'm a whole father, you know what I'm saying? It's just cool. So, you know, going through the whole the process of, you know, having a child and doing that and letting the world know and everybody like, oh my God, that's cool. But I think that's when it really hit me, looking in my own car for so long and seeing a car seat back there. Now it's like, wow.
Is it tough to maintain your swag when you got a car seat in the back?
Don't worry about it, you know. I think I got a car deal that's gonna give me a pimped out soccer mom. You know, put it on some sixes.
Cam, I talked to a couple players today that said they'd rather see you guys win the Super Bowl than win this mega Powerball. I mean, how does it feel to have that kind of support from your fans?
Well, I can tell you this: if you know we're lucky enough to get to the Super Bowl, that's going to be our Powerball. You know what I'm saying? We've been having that type of season where it's been hitting everybody in a way that nobody expected this to even happen. And you know, we're excited. Our fans are excited. You know, it's good to see. You know, when I'm rolling on home and I see cars lined up, you know, going into the team store. You know, that's how it's supposed to be. And hopefully, it's going to be like that for a long time here. But you know, we have an edge about us right now, being able to play in front of our home stadium, and we can't let that go no more.
Fans are kind of labeling this as a payback kind of game for what happened last year. I mean, are you guys looking at it as a payback, or is this kind of just another step?
No, it's not a payback. It's a game that we've all been, you know, preparing our tails off for. We know that those guys are going to be just as prepared. You know, we have to, find an edge in this game and, play fast, physical, kind of football.
You played in Week 6. What's different about the Seattle defense now?
Well, they got different personnel out there. The gist of the defense is still the same philosophy, but I think number 20 brings something different than the cornerback that they had in the past. We just got to be prepared for each and every one of the wrinkles that they possess. They're not a big pressure team. We understand that, but yet, they have different ways to get into the quarterback, and we have to be prepared to get to
What
it.
did that win in Seattle Week 6 do for this team?
Just give us more confidence. We look up at our schedule when we were 2-0, and 3-0, and 4-0, and we're like, okay, we got to bye. Now we're going to the meat of our schedule. Okay, we're 5-0, 6-0, 7-0. Okay. Now that's when you guys started saying, "Oh my God!" And then we go 9-0, 10-0, and then that's when you guys kept saying, "Oh my God!" And then we go 11-0, 12-0, and 13-0, and then you guys was like, "Oh my God!" And then 14-0 hit, and then that's when we was like, "Oh my God!" But we're sitting at 15-1 right now. We're in a good spot, and so hopefully, when it's all said and done, we're all gonna be saying, "Oh my gosh!" Get it?
Aloha, Cam. Hawaii doesn't have a football league, and the Pro Bowl is really important there. What inspires you, and what do you expect? What do you want to get out of the Pro Bowl? Looking forward.
Hopefully, I'm not in the Pro Bowl. I say that with a lot of respect and understanding that you understand what I'm talking about. But Hawaii is a very interesting city and state, and there's so much support when you go there. It's ridiculous. For it to be so far, and people don't realize, from Charlotte, it's a 5 to 6 hour flight to LA, and then another 5 to 6 hours to Honolulu, and just the support. Just puts in the reason in how big of a sport football is in this nation, and everybody's pretty much aware of who's who. You get opportunities to go spend time with the veterans that will be there, and we practice. They practice on a naval base, and it's pretty cool to see the fan support. And for me, it's always a pinch me moment. When you're miles and miles away from wherever you grew up at, and people have your jersey on, they mimic your actions, from your celebrations to the things that you wear, and it just puts a lot of respect into honoring what you do.
Cam, yesterday Sporting News named you Offensive Player of the Year. And I know personal accolades aren't your long-term goal, but what's special about that award is it was voted on by other players across the league, coaches, executives. So what does that mean to you? That's your peers.
It's cool. It's all cool, but it's irrelevant. I say that, and I want to keep saying that. Everything that got propelled me to this point that I'm at right now, it's not, I always do the Superman, celebration, and that's just the opposite of how I feel. When I look at guys like Michael Orr and Trey Turner, and guys that don't get the publicity that they're needed, guys are busting their ass each and every play to have myself, Greg Olsen, Ted Ginn, guys like that, for them to get the score and the touchdown and get their name in the paper. But yet, we've had that attitude all year that it's about the playing for the man that's next to them. And not only myself, but everybody's had that mantra all the time, as well as we're playing. We'd rather let ourselves down rather than letting that person next to us down. And it's got us to this point, and it's going to keep going for years to come.
How was Greg able to have success in the first matchup against Cam Chancellor?
I don't think Cam was pretty locked on him the whole game. But when plays were there to have, Greg made plays and made my job a lot easy. I know it wasn't a lot of accuracy and balls that I was throwing to him, but he just found ways to catch the ball and do something.
What kind of challenges does Chancellor and just the Seahawks secondary present?
They're very athletic, very fast, and smart. Smart. You can't say that about a lot of defenders in this league. Earl may be one of the best, top 2, top 3 free safeties in the league, because of his understanding of what quarterbacks try to do to him. And he tried to play mind games as well. He tried to sit on one hash or, play mind games, stand on another hash, on snap the ball, he see him fly. Kind of like Troy Polamalu-esque, playing games with the quarterback. But yet, I think another key that we have to be prepared for is Bobby Wagner. He wasn't there the last time we played, and we're expecting him to be full tilt. And it's not going to be pretty much any magic plays that we're preparing for. I don't even think we got any trick plays, and I can say that. But yet, it's going to be hard-nosed football. You know what I'm saying? It's not, Coach said it in the meeting, it's not going to be a special play that's going to say, all right, well, we're geared up for this stuff. We know what they're going to do. They pretty much know what we're going to do. And it's going to be the team who executes the best and eliminate the turnovers the most. That's going to be the team that wins the football.
Is that a trick play? Saying that you don't have trick plays?
Well, that's a trick in itself. How about that?
Kim, you guys had come together playing at practice today. How is that kind of a good song to represent your team this year?
Say it one more time.
You had come together, the Beatles playing at practice today. How does that kind of describe your team, or how does that kind of relate to your team?
Cam, talking to guys like Kurt Coleman and Josh Norman on the same note, said that this is the closest they've ever felt with a professional team. How is this team different than years past with your time with the Panthers?
I think it's guys that are invested. You know what I'm saying? I can attest to that. It's like when you come in the league or when you come on a team, it's kind of similar. We all are professionals at whatever we do. You guys are reporters or analysts or things of that sort. And you guys go in you guys' office and you see people that you can say, okay, that's my associate or that's my coworker. It's kind of similar to us. It's like, yeah, we play on the same team, but that's a coworker. I don't necessarily know anything about Joe Webb. I just know he's from the University of Alabama, Birmingham, and that's an associate of mine. But when you start flipping the script and you guys may go to Live After 5 together and say, hey, let's go get a drink, or let's go to Mortimer's, or let's go to Sullivan's, or let's go to these particular restaurants. Now you're becoming invested. And say, okay, oh, you're from Birmingham. Oh, you got 3 or 4 brothers. Oh, now you feel attached, and you know a little bit about that person. And then not just as a quarterback, because I can go down and listen to you about Josh Norman. I can go down and listen to you about Roman Harper. And that's pretty much the cool thing that not only myself, but everybody's been pitching in and saying, you know what, let's sell out for each other. That's the environment Coach Rivera has wanted to always have, for his teams, and you see it, come game day. It's different when it's fourth quarter and it's a much needed stop by a defense, and you're looking at a person that you're like, hey man, come on, let's go. Now you're looking at a guy that you know a little bit about him. You know his mom, you met his sister, you know what I'm saying? You met his wife or daughter, and it's like now, hey, this is what we're playing for. We got mouths to feed. We all are invested in some way, shape, form, and it shows. And that's why I say we would rather let ourselves down rather than letting the person that's next to us down, and that's the people that we share the huddle with.
Cam, what do you like most about playing for Ron Rivera?
Sorry?
What do you like most about playing for Ron Rivera?
He's a player's coach. I played for relatively a lot of coaches up until this point, not professionally, but it's different when you actually played in the league or you actually played football, and it's saying, okay, we're going to go out in full pads, rather than saying, all right, well, this is week 8, and I know exactly how you guys may feel after a big win. All right, let's kind of ease off the pads or something like that. He's very reasonable. He's real. And, some coaches always had a cliche thing, oh, we have the open door policy, and you come and talk to me about it. But Coach Rivera is like that, for real. I know a lot of guys. I got a couple peers that's around the league, and You know, we talk about each coaches or players on our team, and Coach Rivera reigns supreme. And he's the person that, like I say, some of the things that he do, and I'm like, oh, your coach do that? Yeah, my coach never did nothing like that. That's kind of cool.
You guys go away, but still the same team. You know, very good up front, good at what they do, and definitely excelling in the way that they do things up there. But don't focus on us. So those guys know what we do best, and so we come out and be ready to play.
This is a team that's the most practice week, especially the first practice that we've had. Each day when it is, obviously guys are excited, obviously there's a lot of energy. Right now it needs to be on the preparation, not so much the game. How much more confidence do you think that you were able to Seattle beat this team at their place when they had your number for the last couple of years? Yeah, I mean, we had our number, obviously they beat us. But, I think when we watch the games, I think we feel pretty good about what we're able to do. We understand the challenge, we understand that, obviously they're a very good team and consistently been one of the top teams in the NFC in the last handful of years. We're confident, we understand what it's going to take to win, and it's just a matter of going out and doing it.
But you were very emotional.
Big anytime you catch a game-winning touchdown with 20 seconds left, I think you're pretty excited regardless of who you're playing against.
Yeah, this is a different team, and obviously they're.
Pleased with the progress that you've made?
Oh yeah, so far so good. I mean, we have 3 more days to prepare for this game. But right now, I think we're definitely as prepared as we can be.
Having the game film from the regular season breakdown before this game?
It definitely helps. The fact that we played them already this season. And, we played them the last 3 or 4 years, so we really know what to expect. But at the same time, they know what we do. They know what to expect from us. So we're expecting a good game this week.
On the conference call yesterday, Russell Wilson said you respect the defense so much. But how do you shut a guy like that down?
I mean, you just do your best to try to contain him. He's a guy that's definitely capable of creating plays, not only throwing the ball, but, with his ability to run. So that's something that, as a defense, we're going to have to key in on and prepare for. A guy like Russell Wilson,
Thomas, in the last 17 games, there's only been 2 times where this defense didn't come up with a takeaway vote against Seattle. How hard is it to come up with those kind of opportunities against this kind of offense?
We just got to go out and execute the game plan. When plays are there that we have, we got to come up with it. That's simply what it boils down to. We had some opportunities in both games that we played them where they put the ball on the ground. We just didn't come up with those plays. We have to do a much better job of that this week.
Now, the ones don't always go against the ones in practice, but last week I know you guys did. Going up against Cam in practice, does that help them prepare?
Yeah, how did practice change this week to last week? And now you guys have a target to aim for.
Nothing pretty much changed. We kind of treated it like a bye week, which it was, and we kind of figured, going into it, we wouldn't know who we playing, this week back, but now that we know we have a target in Seattle, and everybody's pretty much been eyeing that, we kind of figured it, but yet, you know, a lot of guys are even whispering that we wouldn't have wanted it any other way. You know what I'm saying? And, that's kind of anything that you do can either help the team or hurt the team. Having this been, you know, for our second or third year, you know, in the playoffs, I think a lot of guys understand how much that weighs in before they do anything.
Start feeling Seattle's a division opponent. Cam, how nice was it? It's 14-0 before you even attempt a pass.
You can't draw it up like that. Forget, you know, we just got to find ways to complete a full game of football. We've been known to, you know, kind of let the foot off the throttle, you know, for us, and you know, we just got to get that killer instinct. You know, yeah, we won a football game, but there's some things that we got to go back and huddle up and be better with.
Any added sweetness because it was Seattle that you guys beat here, or is it just another opponent?
Not necessarily. It was just the next team that's in the way, and it's going to be the same thing. Getting prepared for the Arizona Cardinals. Everybody's, you know, trying to make the most of the Super Bowl. Yeah, but the truth of the matter is, we're not going to have opportunity if we don't focus in and hone in for this week, and that's what makes it the most important game we play.
Hey Cam, have you guys proven anything just from the standpoint that you've advanced farther than you have in your time here in the playoffs, taking that step to the championship game?
I'm not understanding the question.
What have you proven by being able to get to the championship game?
We didn't prove nothing. We already knew, you know, how we would have played. This time we're just trying to get cool points from you guys, because I know you guys didn't pick us, so it's all right. We don't play for you guys. Don't take it offensive, but yet, you know, our main objective is to believe in each other, the men that's in that huddle, and find ways to win football games. No matter how you win, just find a way to win.
Everyone not on the field is looking at 31-0 in the first half and just shaking their head in amazement.
Guys go away, but still the same team. You know, very good up front, good at what they do, and definitely excelling. And the way that they do things up there, we're focus on us. Those guys know what we do best, and so we come out and play.
This is a team that's been pretty hot of late, especially as we saw against the Vikings. Things are kind of bouncing their way. What do you have to do against these guys to kind of stop that from happening?
Play the game. You can't control what goes on. You can't control the plays that they make. You can't control the mistake.